afternoon, everyone. We are back. So there's a handful of things that I want to get done today. I'm not sure if I talked about them yesterday, earlier in this video, but I do. So I know I talked about this, but getting the throttle body and all this set up, bolted on. I actually got to get a hose clamp on this. Getting that car up in the air. I also want to start mocking up the intercooler in prep for the bracket that I'd like to make for it. Figure out how we're going to do that. And yeah, so I'm going to be so tired, but we're going to try and make this push. I did the math last night, and roughly if I work on this little bits at a time, I'm still trying to go to the gym at least every day, but if I can do, even if it's just for an hour, hour and a half, something like that every day this week after work, and then all day Saturday, probably stay up late Friday, we're looking at almost, if not 24 hours of pretty much work put into this thing, and then it'd be a lot easier. Well, it would just take weight off of me if any of the guys could come by and help throw down a little bit. I know there's a few things that I will need an extra hand with. One of them is torquing down the crank pulley, and then of course getting the transmission put back in. The diff I can probably do by myself, but yeah, so getting all that done. Really excited to I really didn't think this was going to be happening this early, having the car ready to start and drive on the new ECU and potentially getting tuned sometime next month. So, but with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and put the camera down, maybe set you guys up, and just get the car in the air and get to work. what's up guys? So the camera ended up turning off on you and I kind of just kept working up until I had to leave to go to the gym. But yeah, we got the whole intake manifold and stuff, that's all bolted on. Finally found some bolts for this, because bolts for that were wonky. The distributor cap is also tightened and I've got the power wire for it going. Yeah, we also got the fan shroud on. And I think today, I still haven't made that trip to O'Reilly's to pick up the heat tape and fluids and spark plugs and all that. So what I'm probably gonna do today, which is what I was aiming to get done last night, but didn't really get to it, is, actually where is it? Here it is. Getting the intercooler set up and mocked up. Gonna try and see about making a bracket for it. But yeah, we'll see where time goes, because I have about an hour, probably a little more, to work on the car. This is kind of the plan for the week, is just work on it little by little as much as possible. Might also leave work early Friday, just give me a bit more time, because we are trying to have this thing started Saturday. So yeah, I think, well, this list kind of needs to be redone, but still haven't ordered a boost controller, but that's fine because we have up until when the car gets tuned, which I haven't even scheduled that yet. So we got time for that. And then yeah, so all I have left for this, it still seems like a lot, but yeah, intercooler needs to get a bracket made, mounted. All the piping needs to go on. The rest of the stuff for the engine, so radiator hoses or coolant hoses, fuel lines need to get connected, clutch, transmission, drive shaft, diff, axles, all that needs to get bolted up. And then still need to torque down the crank pulley because that thing's pretty loose. Need an oil filter, need another line for the oil catch can, connect all that. Fluids, I've already touched on that, and probably gonna have to bleed the clutch. I do also, I should make a list of this, but get another, get a bigger vacuum line for the map sensor. Oh, cluster needs to go back in the car. I took it out for figuring out how to wire up the tach and coolant, the temp gauge. Yeah, so I'm gonna put you guys down. Probably do the same thing as yesterday, mock you guys, or set you guys up so you can see what I'm doing on for the intercooler mount, and maybe even talk you guys through it. But yeah, I'm gonna put the camera down, get stuff set up, and we'll go from there. All right, what's up guys? So yeah, this was actually hella easy. Got the intercooler mounted with better than these little flimsy aluminum ones. So what I ended up doing was the intercooler kit that I got actually came with brackets. Those were part of it too, but those were really flimsy. So I ended up bending this L bracket they gave me so that I could hit, I don't know if you guys can see that, there's actually a factory bolt hole in the lower core support. So ended up bending this a little bit, bolting it to there and here so that it wasn't kind of cocked. It still is a little bit. It's not completely level this way, nor is it level towards the car. And then what I figured out I could do, because the level that this sat at, was just take these flat pieces that this intercooler came with and just bolt it to the oil cooler. It should work. The only thing I'm worried about is it does kind of, this all shouldn't move, but it does flex off of the oil cooler, if you can see that. And before you guys ask, yes, these bolts are tight, so that is the whole aluminum oil cooler. Yeah, I got the piping kind of clamped on all three. So this, the charge pipe, or the hot pipe, I guess I'd call it, or you'd call it, is completely connected to the intercooler. What I'm working on now is getting the headlights. So this one has one bolt in it, just holding it in there. I do have the new one that I got from JT, and all I got to do is swap this, which is my factory little trim piece. I might clean this up a little bit too and kind of yeah, there's some overspray from when we painted the car white. I might clean that up a little bit. But yeah, so that's actually some decent progress in my opinion on getting that. Let me look at the clock real quick. Yeah, so I should, in theory, be able to get all the intercooler stuff hooked up before I got to go to the gym, which is it's not a lot, but yeah. So get that, maybe get the transmission and all that stuff put under the car, ready for that to all go up. Maybe tackle that tomorrow. We'll see how I'm feeling. I do need someone to come over and help me torque down the crank pulley. Once that's done, we're good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the clip here. My battery's about to die, so I'm gonna go get a new battery and just keep working. All right, what's up everyone? We're gonna go ahead and end the video here, but before we do that, I'll go over what I did before the camera died. So, I don't actually remember, but we got the clutch fan on. I still need I've only got one bolt in it, but yeah, that's done. Headlights are in, intercooler is connected, all the piping is bolted down. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but I got the oil catch can lines taken care of. Yeah, I might need to move that a little bit. Maybe I'll move it to this more rear one, but I don't really like that because it's closer to the hot side. Yeah, I just didn't really like it being down here. The only thing I don't like about this is how close the lines are to the actual turbo, but I do have some heat sleeving that I might just throw on there and hope it works. And I do have my turbo blanket. But yeah, so I got that done, got this all done. Distributor tightened up, hooked up. You guys already saw the brackets that I had and modified for the intercooler. But yeah, yesterday I did go to O'Reilly's, pick up spark plugs and all that stuff. So I still have to get some vacuum line for the map sensor and that heat tape for the heat shield. But yeah, so this will be the end of this video and I'll pick up right after for the next one. So see you guys in a second.